Okay, so today we're doing a quick video. So let me just open up my Origin here. I think you guys will be very excited to find, well, some of you anyways. I'm very much looking forward to Need for Speed Unbound. You might not believe that because I haven't really been making any videos about it. That is because a lot of news has been coming out, and because the early release of, you know, the game and it being kind of, with all the leaks, they're like, all right, we might as well release this. There hasn't really been enough time for me to kind of go, okay, when should I start covering the news? What news should I cover? Some of it's not that interesting to me. It's getting dropped really, really fast, and it's like, okay, we're still getting news, but then I'm going to be able to play it very, very soon. Like if I go to my library here, I go to Unbound Palace Edition, I'll be able to preload it tomorrow, and then in basically a week, I'll be able to just play it. So it's like, eh. So I thought I'd just do a big info dump today, do some research on camera, and just see what we find. So let's just search Need for Speed Unbound, and let's see what we can get. So I've already done the pre-order. I did it on Origin for PC, so that I can just get it before basically everyone else. They're not sending me an early copy or anything like that. You guys can do that too. You just have to get it on Origin. If you get it on Steam, I think you get it a little later. So, where do we start? Alright, change your lane in Need for Speed Unbound. Race against time, outsmart the cops, and take on weekly qualifiers to reach the Grand in Need for Speed Unbound. Unbound? Launching December 2nd, 2022. An all-new signature art style. I mean, it's not that invasive of an art style. I'd say the characters looking more cartoony are more invasive than most of the car effects. I mean, you can turn them off, but I don't... That stuff doesn't really bother me. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's too cartoony or not realistic enough. I know a lot of people prefer hyper-realism and this, that, and the other. But, you know, if I want realism, I'll just go out and buy one of these cars and build it myself, if realism matters to me. Or I'll play Forza Horizon 5. But I don't want to play Forza Horizon 5. I don't think anyone does. Elements of street art. Still pretty realistic-looking cars, obviously, because we're just reusing models from previous games. There's no point in trying to improve the actual models themselves, given the technology we have now. Step into the world of Lakeshore City, which is basically just Chicago, because the cops look like Chicago cop cars, where a robbery at a family auto shop tears two friends apart, marks the rise from rookie to top racer on a journey to win the ultimate street race and reclaim the priceless car that was stolen. So that's very Most Wanted-esque, but we have a rival, someone that is a former friend. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. I like the recycling of the stolen car story, because I am a Most Wanted 2005 shill. You'll never be able to stop me from loving the M3 GTR and all that good stuff. And honestly, EA needs to stop trying to be super original and just kind of fall back to their roots, because right now it's all the people that love the old games that are the ones that are really going to save this with all the purchases and stuff. To get to the top, risks must be taken. So it's kind of recycling the risk versus rewards kind of thing from Heat. You can play side bets. That's pretty cool. I think you could do that in Payback, if I remember correctly. Here's ASAP Ferg with his Mercedes, which I guess is kind of cool looking. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of this Mercedes to begin with, and it's, I guess, this car is just an acquired taste, in my opinion. But it is generally the aesthetic the game is going for, I guess. At first, we all kind of thought it was going to be Pro Street kind of vibes. This is not fucking Pro Street. You can challenge ASAP Ferg here, or not Ferg, Rocky. Oh, that's going to trigger people who know actually what all of that crap means. Connect with online street racing community and underground meetups across Lakeshore. Okay, cool. Okay, so my pre-order is going to get me some money immediately in my wallet in multiplayer, because I heard multiplayer and single player are separate. So I wonder if that means the car collections in multiplayer and online are separate too. Am I going to have to build two M3 GTRs? Interesting. All the order dates for game on the different platforms. We've got a partnership with Palace Skateboards, which is funny, because I really want to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 for the channel, so we may have to, that's really funny. You've got EA Play. You can play the game for 10 hours for free. Technically free. If you've already got the membership, it's basically free. And you can do that on the same time I'm going to be doing it. Hopefully I can live stream my first kind of 30 minutes to an hour of playing. The race doesn't end when the game launches. The world of Lakeshore never stands still through a series of free content updates that will be made available after launch and include new... So I hope that's true. I know EA is probably going to be like, this is stupid, but can we just let this Need for Speed be EA's equivalent to Grand Theft Auto 5 and have them just update it for 10 years, please? Can we just have a Need for Speed game where we actually start to beg them for a new one? Because they just need to support the game and make it last. That's all we want. Polish the game and make it flawless. We know they can do it. We're just worried they don't give a shit. Need for Speed Unbound is everything like past Need for Speed titles, and yet nothing like them at all, which is kind of a meaningless sentence. The game is like a classic generation-defining muscle car that gets resurrected and redesigned, the style and bravado of tomorrow, and the same growling engine or a new humming battery. Sacrilege! I will find you and kill you. So we've seen this gameplay. I'm using Target Wi-Fi. Target Wi-Fi is doing pretty well today. So this is all really cool. We've got the Sylvia here with the weird roof and other things like that. We got a lot of gameplay to go through, actually, which is nice. People were complaining we weren't getting much gameplay. The effects, I don't really give a f*** about these effects. I think they're cool or kind of just... I don't have any feelings about them one way or another, but some people are just, you know, feel very, very offended by this. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. You can have your stance on that. Got a Mustang here. Got a Ford Crown Victoria here. And the tire marks? Do they mean that literally? Can we leave unique tire marks? That's next level detail if so. But I kind of doubt it. Oh, we can tag the world? Can we, like, spray graffiti on shit? Like, is that part of, like, exploration? Or it's like, instead of doing collectibles, it's, let me spray a giant pink on the wall and all that sort of stuff. Probably not that, because it's a game for kids, but you know what I mean. Tags come to life when you deploy boosting powers. Okay, so this is kind of less about what I care about here. I'm not really interested in learning about this. We're back and we're going to Lakeshore. So this is about the location. This is just the normal trailer. And this is just the reveal trailer. We've seen this. We start from the bottom and race to the top. I mean, we do that in every fucking game. Can we just have a game where, because it's always like you're a newbie and you have to start with basically nothing, but for some reason you have the skills to beat everybody. Your only limiting factor is your wallet. I feel like it would also make a lot of sense story-wise to have a game where you start out as this legendary driver, but then you get in like an accident or something, you lose your sponsors and all your money and your memory, and as you regain all of that back, memory included, kind of regain your title and remember who you were. I feel like I guess that's a freebie. We've got Burst Nitrous. It's cool. I don't really 100% understand what that is. 60 FPS gameplay. Apparently the physics didn't update in 60 FPS before. Now they do. I had no idea. I only play on PC. The world of Lakeshore is your canvas. I don't care. Innovative single-player campaign delivers thrills and consequences through an immersive narrative spanning day and night that engages players in the world of Lakeshore. On a robbery at a family auto shop. Yes, you know that part. When you're ready to go online and race up to 15 other players and parties of up to 4 friends. I mean, that's kind of small, but I don't have friends, so I can't complain. See who is a real legend of the lake. Gonna meet up and dominate the race playlist. That's kind of cool. Remember, no wins equals no money, no car upgrades, staying at the back of the pack. Hopefully the Porsche RSR is not the dominating car. That's just kind of lame. Okay, so we got the map here. I mean, this looks pretty promising. It looks pretty similar to previous maps, except for the fact this looks really freaking huge. Some good straight stretches here on this huge highway. I mean, this is Underground 2-esque, Most Wanted-esque, like, level of highway. I'm a fan. I am a fan. So all this kind of blurb about how city is going to feel like a racetrack. It's not just straight lines. There's lots of turns, changes in elevation. You're not dominating off the line. You'll have speed traps, long jumps, stunt jumps and ramps to have fun with, because video game, and you have to have things beyond just racing. Okay, so when the fun is a little too much, get your whip cleaned up and running smoothly by pulling through a gas station. So that means the health bar is still a fucking thing, but that's fine, I guess. Whatever. I still think health bars in games like this are stupid, because it ruins them a tad, but fine. Got safe houses, all that good stuff. Risk and reward gameplay, let's see. Let's see if this gameplay actually shows us anything, or if it's just going to be cinematics. Got a Lotus Elise or Exige, I can't really tell. I saw the... well, buffering's a bit of an issue. I saw... What is this train called in Chicago? I'm forgetting. It has like a really simple, very self-explanatory name. It's like the Loop Train or something. Oh, whatever. So outdrive the cops. Very... Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, what the f*** is this? Get out of here. Alright, so we got... Oh, this person's nearly dead. We got nitrous. I think nitrous regenerates based on certain things you do. Oh, look, a bookstore. Very good signage. Got looks like a Camaro cop car. Chased by 7 cops. Oh, we got a ramp jump here. I don't know why that recommendation thing keeps popping up, but it's pissing me off. At risk, $17,000. And I'm guessing this is the heat level 5. I just want to press play. Why is space doing that? That's counting down. I can't fucking pause. So this is counting down. Is that until backup arrives? Because they're only chased by 2 cops? Let's see if there's a countdown here. Oh, there's no countdown here. When in other shots, maybe that countdown only shows up when they're waiting for backup. Got a Crown Victoria here. I mean, this thing looks wild. From the front, it looks like a NASCAR stock car, like an old gen stock car. Okay, so we got cop Corvettes. That's pretty standard. Can't have a Need for Speed game without cop Corvettes. Oh, I can press K to pause. Okay, fine. Got a Merc, but it's a convertible, so we don't care. Time is money. Okay, so you have like a season of races. We got the tier system for the ranking of the races. Bet against rivals. Okay, we got a gold 240. Honda Civic with pizza wheels. Some kind of muscle car, probably. As that was very clearly just a Coyote V8. Very nice. Maya, I guess is the name of a character. Because there's no way this is a player. Probably like an actual NPC, and they're just using the car model for this demo. Okay, they're just playing sound of a Mustang over this, and it's not synchronized with the actual gameplay. $200,000. Okay. Oh, there was like parked BMWs on the side of the road. This doesn't look particularly striking visually, I will just say that. Like, let me go back to here. Like this, I mean, it looks great, but the road looks better than these cars parked on the side here. It might just be the lighting. This looks a little odd. I'm pretty sure that cop just decided to end it all, because that makes no sense. You can't just walk into the Grand. You'll need cash. Bank. Thanks for that parentheses there. We really needed that. And cars to compete. That means you have to win races. If you don't come in first in every race, placing will net you some cash. Cash equals more upgrades. Even if you don't... Hold on. This sentence. Even if you don't come in first in every race, placing will net you some cash. Okay, there we go. I read that in a rhythm that made sense to my brain. Cash equals more upgrades. More upgrades equals faster finishes. Qualifiers in the Grand, how it works. You must win the qualifiers for 3 weeks to get to the Grand, which is like either a final race or a final set of races, I guess. Bank your cash Sunday through Friday, with each week culminating in a big 3-part race on Saturday night called a qualifier. capitalized. To enter the qualifier, you need to have a wad of cash to pay the entry fee and a car that can keep up with the other racers. Qualifiers are eliminator races, meaning if you don't place, you're out. To progress to the next week, you must win the final race of the qualifier. Winning a qualifier race ain't no joke. Boy, word, it takes nerves of steel to burn up the streets of Lakeshore. If you win, you'll be awarded a grip of cash and a legendary custom car. But each time? Now repeat that 2 more times to get to the Grand. The Grand is like a souped-up qualifier with a twist. You'll need a big buy-in and 4 different cars of different tiers of performance. Okay, so with the tiered events, where only certain events will allow certain levels of cars, you participate in 4 different races in a row. When you win the Grand, you get a pile of cash. 1 million bank. Levels, more risk, more rewards. Basically, as time goes on, they change their tactics and they become more aggressive. You know, standard cop stuff. Get busted without banking your dough at your safe house and you'll be broke as a joke and you won't be getting into the qualifier with empty pockets. Get to the safe house to bank your cash. Kind of just like the last game. Event in Lakeshore has a heat value. That's not a new concept. Once the cops are called in, be ready to run, take them out. Heat levels 1 to 2 will have you facing Dodge Charger patrol cars and all-wheel drive Ford Explorers. Heat level 3 brings out the Corvette Interceptor, which you're not going to outrun, so you will have to outdrive it. I mean, outrun and outdrive could be interchangeable. Well, that's fine. I think outrun means just kind of in straight line speed. So you have to outturn it, like outmaneuver. Outmaneuver would have been a better one. Heat level 4 doubles the intensity with the introduction of the undercover Camaro and the pursuit helicopter. So kind of like the same model as Shaw's Camaro, I guess. If you survive and get to heat level 5, the cops will bring the pain with the Ford F-150 Raptor joining the pursuit helicopter. Okay, helicopter chasing you, that's standard. And there's no ramming to disable it. I mean, ramming isn't really encouraged anyways, because you have your own health bar to worry about, and that's just really fucking dumb. To enter the weekly qualifier, your performance index within each tier will need to be high enough to stand up to the opposition. Basically, make sure you have the very best you're allowed to have for a specific race. You got side hustles, delivery missions, but not just races, like special missions. Okay, I could be a fan of that. Kind of needs to be payback-esque, in my opinion. So, did we have something like that in Heat? Well, I don't know, I got bored of Heat before I think I was able to try anything else. Know your nitrous. You want to be the first to cross the line? Upgrade your nitrous for an injection of speed when you need it most. Holding the nitrous button uses regular nitrous, whilst tapping the button triggers burst nitrous. Mastering when to use burst nitrous is key to leaving the competition in smoke, as your meter will drain to 0 over time. So it's basically, do you want all the nitrous really quickly and have a short but powerful burst, or a gradual burn of the nitrous? That's basically what it is. I was going to make that assumption. Cool. Get rid of that article. I don't really want to spend forever on this. I'm more so just looking forward to playing the, what the f***? The Stonks guy? Driver customization. Unbound is built on the foundation of Need for Speed gameplay you know and love, but cranks the dial to 11 on individual expression. Not just about how your car looks and drives, but what your style, what style your driver reps at the end of a race. The flair and style while you're burning up the roads. People care about that? I mean, I'll customize my character probably once and never again. I don't know if I care about emotes and things like that. Got driving effects. Snapshot means there's probably a camera mode. So we'll have to create a character when we first start. This is all about character creation. Car customization. Do I really need to explain car customization? Body kits, wraps, you know, parts, whatever. You know how it works. I shouldn't have to explain that. Driving effects of 2 categories. Tags are stylized. Blah, blah. Well, wait. Samples are a layer of stylized audio that's played over the top of the car. Heightened key moments like gear changes. Oh, that could be really cool, actually. That I could actually enjoy messing with. You can customize that as well. As you complete challenges and find hidden items, or burst through billboards, you'll unlock more tags and samples. Like sound packs? I wonder if I can change the blow-off sounds of the cars that have forced induction. Okay, so performance customization from basic to elite. Yeah. I think we understand how that stuff works. Show off cult streetwear from Palace Skateboard in Need for Speed Unbound. Sure, fine. I don't care. Okay. Ride in style with pioneering fashion. I don't care. Driving takeovers. Oh no. I don't know how I feel about takeovers. I hope it's not actual takeovers. Let's not encourage cancer. Let's see. Y'all already know Need for Speed is about white-knuckle moments, whether you're tearing up the road in a sprint, lap race, or just hightailing it from the cops. We've talked about how you can turn up the heat in Need for Speed Unbound, increasing your rewards, and bank to upgrade your vehicle's driver. This week, we're bringing the deets about driving, events, challenges, and owning the roads of Lakeshore City. Get sideways. Drifting. Brake to drift. E-brakes. Gas tap. Brake tap. Sounds very similar to the previous game. I don't really care about what they have to say about the handling model, because I would rather just tell you guys for myself and find out for myself. That's the only way it's the only thing that matters. Takeovers are unique events, and they get you a nice payday, or maybe even a new set of wheels if you win. When you jump into a takeover, you're competing against other racers' scores, but it's you all by yourself on the closed track. Takeover events are all about person's distinctive and attractive or impressive style of dress or way of doing things. I'm like, that's not a word. Drifting through turns, crashing through barrels. So basically just do crazy shit and get points. Collectibles, challenges, car deliveries, passenger deliveries, drift zones. This stuff is all pretty standard for some, like just most racing games. Got challenges. We'll think of our own challenges. Collectibles. I did the collectibles in Heat. I wanted to die afterwards. But we'll see if we do it in this. Soundtrack. I can't really showcase the soundtrack. Copyright, so nope. Multiplayer. Okay, well, I kind of care about this. Let's see. Welcome to Lakeshore Online, the multiplayer world of Need for Speed Unbound, and this week's Under the Hood article. Well, okay. Getting started. Jump into the online experience, select Lakeshore Online from the main menu. Lakeshore Online is a separate and unique experience from the campaign mode, with progression specific to multiplayer. Don't worry, you won't be starting empty-handed. Certain milestones that you complete in the story campaign will unlock awards in Lakeshore Online so that you're not starting from scratch. In the Lakeshore Online Garage, you'll need to create your online character and select a starter car to get you going. So it is separate. Yes, separate. Like GTA Online and Grand Theft Auto 5. Oh, I could be a fan of this. I could be a real fan of this. You can tune your ride before joining a server. Gather your party at the same time. You will be guaranteed to get into the same server together. Get ready to race if you matchmake to a server when everyone is ready. This could be kind of cool. Hopefully I have access to internet that allows me to kind of explore this. You can have a banner as a representation online of your ride. That could be kind of cool. You can take pictures, free roam, meetups. Okay, here's some details. Lakeshore Online supports up to 16 players per server. Race playlists can be played by up to 8 human players. Parties can be formed with up to 4 players per party. There is no pause and well, yeah. Race playlists require 2 more players. That seems reasonable. Otherwise, it's not really a race now, is it? Okay, well, you've got cross-play. Cool. I like that there's a separate track for multiplayer. Oh, that gives me even more opportunities for content in the game. Like, I can do the story campaign, and we can do the online campaign. That's actually so cool. That makes me happy. That means there's more to do. Game specs. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't know how my computer at home is going to be able to run this game. I think this laptop is a 2070 for the recommended. I might need to buy a new PC. Jesus Christ. My PC at home has a GTX Titan. Oh my goodness. I mean, it ran the last game just fine, but this could be extra demanding. I mean, I'm just going to play it in 1080p 60 FPS, because otherwise these files will be fucking huge for the videos. Alright, well, I think that's probably enough information. Pretty cool. I'm fairly stoked. I am looking forward to playing some Need for Speed Unbound at 1 in the morning CST. My time zone. It's a fucking Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. You assholes. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I think, is I'll live stream, I guess, at 1 in the fucking morning. I'll stream at 1 in the morning for like maybe 30 minutes or an hour, and then I'll edit the highlights into a video, and I'll make the live stream members only after I get the edits out, just so that I can have one of the first bits of content, because I don't normally do that, but we've been all waiting for this game, so I think it's your effort. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I thought you'd learn along with me, and I look forward to playing Unbound. I'll probably do the first episode at home on the Alienware with the GTX Titan, and then I'll do some recordings over the road on this laptop that I'm using right now, which I think is probably a little bit more stout. It has less RAM, but probably a much nicer graphics card, and a processor that is not discontinued. Anyways, take it easy, everyone. I love you. Bye-bye.